Greetings, y'all. It's Matt from the Green Arcade, back playing some more Farming Simulator 17. Hey, we're back here at Thunder Valley, and I'm trying to keep an eye on my boo-boo. Planted corn outside of the window, and it is not growing yet. And I'm trying to keep an eye. This is, okay, this one is fertilization. I think that is crop moisture. So I might be okay. What is this one? That's okay. This is the height, the elevation. That's the crop type. This is the crop growth. This is crop moisture. This is fertilization. I can't remember what that one is. 31%. Is that the chance for rain? Maybe, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure this is crop moisture. So I'm kind of watching my crops. I don't know if they're gonna come up, but I held off on planting the other fields just in case, because there was crop moisture when I planted, and it might have been too high. See, nothing's growing yet, so it's kind of got me worried. I think I'm gonna hold off on fertilizing them just for right now. I've got, let's see, Friday and Saturday to fertilize them again. So something should happen. They should start coming up. I mean, I should get some type of crop growth there. Tell you what, let me tab down. Well, I haven't planted anything down here. Hang on. Where do I need to go? Where have I planted? Actually, I need to go back. Right up here. This is my wheat that I've planted already. See, it's about the same state. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look this up again. I'm pretty sure that it's hopefully it's okay, but I'm gonna hold off, like I said, on planting. I've still got to plant the corn. The ground is still too cold, even though it is the planting window. See, it says it's time to plant corn now. The ground temperature is too cold. It's still too cold for soybeans as well. So I may have to do these like in late spring. Maybe that's what I should do. Just wait till late spring to plant everything. Of course, you got to watch the weather too. If it's rain in the forecast, like there's rain in the forecast for Sunday, that would only give us Monday and Tuesday to plant. And I'm pretty sure we could get all our planting done in one day. That's no problem. But it's different now. It's so strange because I'm so used to, okay, take the tractor, go to the field, plant. Take the tractor, go to the field, plant. Now we have to pay attention to this stuff. It's very different. I like it. It's very enjoyable, but it's very different. All right. So let's do one more check. The canola, I think, was the first thing I planted, and it hasn't even started to come up yet. So I think we're okay on the crop moisture. I was worried that bottom one, I thought that was the crop moisture, and I'm like, man, if the crop moisture is 31%, we are so screwed. But I think this is the crop moisture, 11%. And I've heard that if it's around 25%, you can pretty much guarantee your crop's not going to come up. But hopefully this will come up. But I am going to hold off on planting the rest of the field, I think. Just for now. I want to wait and wait and see and make sure this is going to come up first. So where do we stand on our fields? Well, we've got everything cultivated, or not cultivated. Everything is fertilized for the first stage. And I've been making some money over at the the sawmill. Actually, we can tab down here. Get all the trees cleaned up around field 8. I've still got trees around field, well, that's not even a field. The field that we made over here. It's going to be difficult to get these trees because they're outside the fence. But I think I'm going to go ahead and cut them. I think they're ours. This fence was put here by the previous owner. But I'm going to go ahead and say we own that. So we'll go ahead and cut these trees at some point. Okay. Where else we got to go? Well, I think that's it. We've got enough money to buy a new field. And I'm thinking I was going to go in order. And no, I'm not going to buy field 12 right now. I cannot afford field 12. I could save my money and buy it. But who wants to do that? Right? So, it's actually $1.3 million for field 12. We're not that far off from it, actually. We sell another few loads of logs, and we'll be able to buy that. It's a really nice size field. But I just don't... I don't think we have enough area left to log. I mean, we could do field, this field down here by field 8. Go ahead and cut the trees on it. There's plenty of timber on field 12, but and we may not have enough down here to log to buy field 12. So I'm thinking field 12 might be down the road a little bit. There's quite a few trees around this one. A lot of timber here, but I don't think there's enough to cover the price. So I've been looking around, and let me go to this map. This map's a little bit better. Field 7 is actually the next field. I thought it was field 6. But field 7 is actually the next field as far as, price goes. It is $523,000. And yeah, it's the next one in line as far as, the cheapest field. And then it's field 6. Field 6 is $543,000. So I thought about this. I was like, you know what? I could buy one of these fields and get the timber off of it. There's plenty of timber on here. There's not as much timber on field 6, but there's more timber on field 7. See all this timber out here? Plenty to cut. It's kind of hilly. Lots of trees, lots of trees. It's right next to the farm. Does have plenty of timber. Really nice size field. But then I got to looking at something else. Yeah, it's right next to the farm. It's got a lot of timber, all that stuff. But I started looking at the fruit types. It's got wheat in it. I don't really need that much wheat. So I looked over at field 6. Hey, it's got canola in it, but it doesn't have, as much timber. All this up here, all this timber up here, I'm probably not going to cut that. I'm probably just going to cut the timber around these edges here. So that's not a lot of timber. So I was like, well, what field can we get? Well, 12 was in barley, so no. Potatoes, definitely no. And then everything else is in wheat. 9, 10, 5, and 4 is in wheat. But wait a minute. Field 3 is in canola. So I got up here and started looking at field 3. Nice size field. Pretty flat. Does have a lot of timber around it. A lot of timber around all the edges here. Right across from the biogas. Pretty good sized field. Like I said, it's got canola in it. And then I started walking down this way. And if you look at the map, it's got a pretty good sized grass area over here that at some point we could plow up and make a new field over here. You could actually make a pretty good sized field over here. And like I said, it's got a lot of timber around the edges here, around this little pond here. Well, it's not a little pond, it's actually a pretty good sized pond. Lots and lots and lots of timber that we could get. And I probably won't cut all of it. Like some of the, I'm kind of going by this rule. If it has this texture underneath the tree, I'm not cutting it. Because this texture just doesn't look right. I mean, grass is not going to grow here. You can't plow this under. Because these little plants or poison ivy or whatever that is, it almost looks like it, but you can't plow that under. So I'm not going to cut any trees with that dark texture underneath it. These trees up here like this, these are fair game. These are all fair game right here. And I'm probably not going to plow under right here anyway, but it is grass. So once we do cut it, it'll look okay. It won't look like, just dark and poison ivy and all that stuff. So, and once you look at how many trees are here, there's a lot of trees here. I mean, there's a ton of trees here. Look at all these trees. Lots and lots and lots of timber. And it goes all the way around down here like that. And there are a few dark spots down here. There are a few trees somewhere here that I'm not going to cut, like right here. These I'll leave, and I won't cut those. These down here immediately by the pond I won't cut. But like trees like this, these are fair game. And there's a ton of timber here. And you got this nice sized grass field, so I think I'm going to buy this field. Even though it is not like the next in line. It may be like the third or fourth next one, but look at all this timber. We own all this if we buy it. Tons of timber here. So we could actually move our logging operation up here. And we own pretty much all of this once we buy this field. Everything except the area around the grain elevator. So like I won't cut these. So it's not like I'm going to just absolutely clear cut this area. I'm not saying that at all. So there will be some trees left, but a lot of these we can take. But down here is this grain elevator. Most of the time they have a fence up around these, but I don't think this one has one. At least I don't see one. This is ours. This is ours. Wonder where the cutoff is here. I think this tree is ours, so we'll go ahead and claim that. See, they didn't put a fence up, so it makes it harder to... I think this tree is ours. I don't know. Maybe we'll leave those trees as markers for the property line. Maybe they own these one trees on each side. How about that? Sounds like a plan to me. But yeah, anyway. Autosave. Can't move. I'm froze. Yeah. So basically all of this is ours. And if we buy this field, which I think if is probably a mood point or whatever. So yeah, let's buy this field. I think it's a good idea. How much is it exactly? Let's teleport back over here because I don't feel like power walking back over there. It is field $790,000. Now, I did do a FERT mission on this. I have to confess. I did do the FERT mission. It doesn't say that it's fertilized, but that's because we got the plow thing on. If you click on this, actually, if you take that off, there we go. I did do the FERT mission on this, so we do have the first stage of FERT done. The only problem is we can't plow it. But plowing, I think, is 10%, if I'm not mistaken. Doesn't give us very much. Plowing. Is it over in the settings menu? Periodic plowing? No. I would think it would be in here. I think it would be under farming basics. And it is not. Advanced knowledge, maybe. No. Nope. Nope. It is not in there. Okay, well, somewhere it says it's, I think it's like 10% to have it plowed, but this field's not plowed. Like I said, it's already planted. And I want to buy it here. Alright, we own it now. We only have $70,000 in the bank. But we own this huge field. This is a huge field. It's really big. It's probably, I would say, it's not half of field 4. Actually, it's probably more comparable to field 5. I'd say it's about 3/4 of field 5. So, yep, we got a good size field here. It's got canola in it, and we'll be ready to go. All right, so that's the plan. I'm gonna work on this. I've actually got some logging equipment. All my other stuff's down here. I moved the truck back up here to field 2 because we got some trees up here that we can cut off to the side here. And the same rule goes up here. I'm only going to cut the trees that are under the grass. I'm not cutting any trees around the border edge. Only these trees that are in the grass like this. If they are in this dark texture, like this right here, I'm not cutting these. These trees are going to stay. But this tree's going to go, and these are not. So you guys get the idea. That way, we can clear that out, and we can leave a lot of these trees, because you don't want to cut all the trees. You want to clear just enough to make it look okay, but if you cleared all the trees, you would take away from the what's the right word? The aesthetic look of the map. You want to leave some of them. After all, trees do provide oxygen for us, and they look good, and they keep us from having another dust bowl. So yeah, you don't want to cut them all. But I'm really worried about my crops. And I know I'm only in mid-spring. I'm going to have to look this up. I don't know what this bottom one is. I know this is fertilization, because that's the fertilization symbol. This is, I'm pretty sure that's crop moisture. So if that's just crop moisture, I should be okay. I'm just worried because nothing's come up yet. And I may be worrying for nothing, and it may be because I have it set on 9 days. I need to change that. I need to put it on 6, I think. I think 6 would be better, to have 2 days per transition and have 6 days per season. So I think that would be better. This is the corn. The corn I might actually lose because I planted it outside the window. So yeah, I can't plant any soybeans yet. Can't plant any corn yet. Even though I did do it here. But according to this, I still have like 6 days to plant everything. So, and I know in the last video I said, you know, we may wait till mid-spring and late spring to plant. Maybe I'll just wait till late spring to plant, because I think I could plant all this. I think I could plant it all in one day, to be honest. Once we start getting the bigger fields, it might be another issue, but I could always buy more planters and more tractors to help with the workload. So I may change this to 6 days, and I may keep it at 9 just for this first year. Wait till late winter, early spring to change it to 6. I know over on Green River I've been changing it around, but Green River, I don't know, it's kind of more of a test map, but I may actually turn that into a series. I may go ahead and finish out that map. Just depends on when these new maps are coming out, because they have not released yet. And E3, as of the time of this recording, hasn't happened yet. It is Sunday, what is today, June the 10th? So it's coming up this week. Hopefully we got some good news coming for that. So, alright guys, well, we'll go work that new field eventually, start working probably on the logging up there, and try to make a little bit of our money back. We're down under 100 grand, and we'll maybe look at acquiring in another field if we can get that money back up there. But the goal, I guess, would be 523,000 maybe. If we are gonna buy another field, if we plan on doing it, we need to definitely do the fertilization missions on them. So if we do another field, we need to, I'll tell you what, I'll probably go ahead and do some FERT missions on the fields that we might buy this year. And the thing is, I'm going to have to look at what crop is in the field, because they're all growing. If I buy another one, it might be field 6. But field 7's got more timber, but it's got wheat in it. I guess I could do more wheat. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad thing, but I just wish there's no soybeans. Nobody planted any soybeans. I guess maybe I bought field 8, and maybe they would have done soybeans down there. I don't know, but anyway, we're going to plant our own soybeans, and guess we could save our money up for one of these big fields if they put soybeans in them. So, alright, but I really don't want to do a plow mission. I really don't. So we'll have to avoid that. Alright guys, we'll come back next time and definitely be doing some farming. So until then, remember, you reap what you sow. It's Matt from the Grain Arcade. We'll see you guys later.